6, 7, 8. Hit the count, dip it clean, stand it up, lock it in. Gym lights, head tight, music loud. Friday night, from the car to the mat. Every rep, every set, all heart, all in. Run it back again. Cheer moms, cheer dads, cheer life, no cap. Proud, proud, proud. David. Cheer Dads Unfiltered.
Welcome back to Cheer Dads Unfiltered, episode 11. Episode 10 with Coach Shaq was special. We had a good one with it. If you haven't listened yet, go run that back. But today, it is just the three of us. And we're heading into Comp 3 Aloha next week. Friday night, 6:30 performance, 8:30 awards. Cheer life is wild, dude.
Cheer life is very, very wild.
So let's start kind of with where we're at, right? How does for you, David, Comp 3 now feel? You've got one under your belt, two. What's 3 looking like now?
Yeah, I think it's honestly, I was really nervous the first one, a little bit more excited than nervous for the second one. Now, honestly, I'm just excited. I'm not really feeling nervous anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just excited for them to go out there and do their thing, and we just get to experience it. And
what do you feel about the venue change now that we're in a convention center versus the typical arena?
Yeah, we got a little bit of insight from Shaq that there's no pit at the convention center, so that's kind of. I don't know where we're gonna sit, how it's gonna look, but yeah, that'll be it'll be interesting. I prefer an arena personally, but
I like the arena
we'll
life.
see how it goes.
Are you coming into this one, Jeff?
I'm nervous. Not gonna lie to you. Nervous. I wasn't nervous for the second one, but now since we had that fall, you know what I mean? No, I feel like I'm gonna be hyper, like watching it, like just super, super nervous.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. Comp 3, I feel like I got my bearings. You know, you got through it, but we keep getting our bearings, and then we keep switching time. Like the first one,
it's always
we
different.
had middle of the day, which in my preference was the better one. Then this most recent one, we had 8 a.m. And now all of a sudden we're moving to a Friday night at 6:30, 6 p.m. performance time, and then 8:35. And now we're in a convention center, which kind of. But I think I'm a little nervous. To Jeff's point, I don't know how they're going to bounce back. I hope their practice has been sloppy.
Yeah,
That's what's got me nervous, right, David? Like their practice is not being great.
Yeah, the pyramid went backwards a bit for sure. I feel like I said, we got perfect scores for the pyramid that last competition, and now watching the pyramid, I mean, the alignment was way off. The little thing here, it's like this now instead of being straight to the side, and they're having to like find each other. So that definitely has me a little nervous. But they did that before. We've had bad practices, and before we won our first comp, we had bad practices that week of it before. So we still got a week to clean it up. I'm hoping that we recover.
I agree. It's crazy because we are regressing, I feel like. And I'm like, what is happening? Why are we not to our standard?
It's tough.
It's got to hurt for you.
It's tough to watch.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch.
Yeah. But I feel like the coaches are pulling it together. They're catching things a lot sooner now. They're working on. I like that they're breaking in segments at practice.
Yeah.
So as I didn't, in the first 6 months, it was we were working on the full thing, getting there, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, one night we're just gonna work pyramid, and you guys go work on tumbling, or this night we're gonna work on, black.
They did a lot of work on the what is it, pyramid and dance last week.
Yeah.
Or on Tuesday, a lot of. But I feel like they did. I mean, I think it's going to help them a lot. I think that's the other reason why they also the 2 weeks before practice, before the comp, they tend to really get into the details of stuff, and so that the girls are like so focused. It's where it's almost like you get worse before you get better, and so that's what I'm hoping is happening is that they kind of regress a little bit because they're having to think too much about all the details, and then once they fix them, hopefully today and next week they pull it together.
Have you been prepping Everly or having different conversations this time around than prior comps?
Not honestly, not. We haven't had a lot of conversations yet about the comp.
Okay.
Definitely just focusing on teaching her just keep focusing more on the details. As you get more and more, you get better at it. Then you got to keep nailing it down. You can never just feel complacent. I think she kind of got complacent with the dance. Like, oh, I know the dance, and they're like, no, it needs to be perfectly clean and stuff like that. You can always make it better. So I just try to emphasize that. But yeah, we haven't had much talk with the comp yet.
I think it's gonna come up very soon.
Oh yeah.
I think next week it's gonna get real serious. Have you and Everly or you and Ruby had any conversations?
We definitely have conversations like David has conversations. I tell her, like, you may think it's perfect, but it's not.
Yeah.
So you got to keep doing it, keep trying to make it perfect. You know, it's tough because this is their first really kind of competition team they've ever been on, so they don't really understand that you're never really perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You aren't. You're never really perfect. You're never, you know. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So you continually try and make yourself better, and it's hard having that conversation with an 8-year-old. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it too much. Bella's more concerned, or Izzy's more concerned about how I'm gonna show up because it's Aloha. And so she's more of like,
I'm concerned that you're gonna show
yeah.
up.
And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, I can only accept you in a Hawaiian t-shirt, and that's it. And I was like, well, what about some like shorts and like some flip flops? And she about lost it. She's like, I'll kick you out of the whole arena if you come in flip flops. I was like, oh, all right.
She's not a flip flop fan.
No, she doesn't want to see my man feet out there. You know, I'm like, come on, I can't wear flip flops.
I love flip flops. I love flip flops.
Are you the one that goes between the toes or
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
top slides?
No, yeah, I can't pull off the slides.
I
go
can't do
between
the
toes.
slides. I can't do slides. What about you?
No, I'll wear the thongs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta
okay.
go
sandals. Yeah.
I can't do it. Now I gotta ask. Now, you guys really enjoyed the 8 a.m. comp. You were like, yo, 8
Yeah,
a.m.
I
is
did.
awesome.
My wife didn't. It's easy for us. So we wake up, an hour before the comp, before we could be there, and we just drive them there. And so I know her preference isn't, but I liked it because there was not much time to overthink and get in their heads. They just went out there and performed. But I mean, obviously, result-wise, we didn't do as well. So it's like,
Maybe it was too early for the girls.
Yeah.
They were still asleep. I don't know.
yeah,
It could have been that they were just off. So maybe doing it at late night after a full day.
Yeah,
hey,
be able to-
they might be
yeah.
dialed in. So would you say, what's better if it was up to you, a Friday night comp or the 8 a.m.?
I mean, I'd say we're gonna find out for sure. I mean,
We're gonna mess around and find out.
I mean, I like the Friday comp because then you got the whole weekend to recover
Yeah.
afterwards too. You got a nice Saturday.
Shout out
but-
to that.
Yeah, I mean, Everly, we're probably gonna have Everly not go to school that day either. So I think she prefers the Friday. It's an extra day off for the weekend too.
We're gonna talk about that whole thing on pulling your kids out of school. What about you, Jeff? Are you thinking the Friday night might be pretty cool, or are you like, nah, man, keep those early mornings?
I mean, I don't know. We're gonna be in downtown Phoenix on a Friday night. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Oh, I haven't even thought about
Yeah,
that.
think
At least places
think
will be
about
open.
getting there from where we're at too
Yeah.
on Friday.
Because
We're
our meet
trying
time's
to-
at 5.
Yeah, which is like heavy
Rush
traffic
hour.
time. Rush hour.
It shouldn't be too bad going into Phoenix though. Usually the rush is coming this way from Phoenix,
Yeah, I mean,
but
yeah.
I gotta
We'll
ask your
still hit
parents
some.
out there, man. What do you guys like? What's your favorite comp times? Let us know in the comments. I'm curious for the vets out there that have probably gotten all the different times, because I've heard some people doing award shows at like 11 at night.
It's crazy.
I know I was really happy that ours was like
Oh.
8:30. I was like, that's not too bad. I've heard some horror stories about
Yeah, but it changes all the time.
It
so
does.
Watch
Who
it
knows?
change. Watch it change.
Who
Hey,
knows?
for the dads out there, like, and the parents, like, I didn't realize you could get comp times and then they change them. Like 3 days,
Yeah.
2 days up until leading. I'm like, how am I supposed to adjust my life to this, man?
Well,
and mind you, it's minor.
Yeah, well, you know the reason for the change?
No.
It was because Delilah, she's filling in, and they had Glow going 4 minutes right after us, and she's on Glow. She's got to perform there too, and they were in a different building.
Is that what it was? Is
Yeah,
it
we
because-
were like on court A, and they were on court B, like 4 minutes apart, and so they were trying to get them to switch the times around so she could get both.
See, I'm not ready for the,
So this is gonna be crazy. There's multiple courts here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there
multiple
is.
stages. Like
stages,
It's-
Jeff.
stages.
Stages.
I said stages.
Yeah, I said court. That's me. That's what I mean.
Just connected to what you
Yeah.
know. Like, yeah, the court. It's like the NBA Cup right now. You know, you're on the court. You just gotta
Right,
go
I
to
mean,
your
it's
court.
like if Taylor Swift's performing over here and Mariah Carey, who do you choose? You know what I mean?
Oh.
You choosing Taylor or you choosing Mariah? Like I don't.
Let us know,
I'm
y'all.
going Mariah.
You're going Mariah?
Taylor Swift will be around for a long time.
Yeah.
She's getting up there.
I'm choosing Mariah too.
How many chances am I going to get to see Mariah?
Yeah. I want to go to the Vegas residency for that for sure.
Cheer Dads at the Mariah.
Hey.
Let's do
Go
it.
see Mariah. So would you say you're we're calmer now? I think going into comp, we're good. I think we're getting our bearings. Is there anything
Yeah.
you're still finding your way around in comp, or you locked in? You got it.
I mean, like you said, I think the convention center is going to be different. I think that's going to be a different animal of just knowing where to go and where to sit. I mean, it felt like we had it locked in from the suite, right? I was like,
Yeah.
it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
If that was every comp, we could just be sitting in a suite. Like, this would never be a. So I'm sure this is going to be a bit of a rude awakening for us after our last experience. But
Well, we got this twice now, which also stinks. All the fun that we had of the arenas is gone.
it's gone.
Because now we have 2 Phoenix Convention Center and then 1 at the gym location for a showcase. So
Yeah, no suite, no pit.
it was fun while it lasted, boys.
We lose both.
And I guess, that's what's crazy though, right? Is 7 months ago, we didn't even know what we were walking into.
Yeah.
And now we're debating, Friday night comps like vets, like, hey, Friday, Saturday, we're in it. We're in the thick of it. Which made me kind of realize something that I wanted to take into this episode tonight with you guys is there's levels to this dad thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like major levels. There's the dad who is present, and then there's the dad who is engaged, right? You could physically be there and still not really understand what your daughter is doing.
Yeah.
When we first started in August, Jeff, we were there, but did we actually understand what we were watching? Were you aware 7 months ago at what was happening in that first practice?
In the first practice?
Yeah.
No. I told you. No, there's no way. I told you. I thought we were going to show up and there was going to be pom-poms and signs, and that's what I thought it was.
Chance.
Yeah.
Special appearance by Noah.
appearance by
We
Noah.
love Noah. Hey,
Little hug from the other dad.
there you go. Dads know we here.
But no, I thought it was going to be pom-poms, holding the sign up, sideline cheer. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was basing it off of everything I've seen to that point, from TVs, Dallas Cowgirls cheerleading, which again I was forced to watch it and watch it on my own accord. But that's all I know about cheerleading, and that's what I thought it was going to be. And when we showed up and there was no pom poms, I'm like, what are we doing? I had no idea.
Yeah.
What about you? Reflecting back on 7 months ago to where you are now, did you know have any pretext coming in or any idea of kind of what was going on?
I mean, I think my sister-in-law, like I said, she cheered for Rain at USA Gym, so we went and saw her a couple times. So I had an idea of what the elite levels look like, but for 8-year-olds, I had no idea what to expect, what we were going to be doing. Nothing at all. We just done that 7-week program. They really didn't do any lifting, stunting. They just, it was not prepared at all.
They used pom poms in that.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
I
They
remember
did.
that. We were using
They
there.
did.
We were using pom poms. That's why I was like, oh, it's gonna be a pom pom thing. And when we got the little secret invite, that's what I thought it was gonna be. I was like, Ruby killed it with the pom poms. That's what it's gonna be.
I had no idea. I really didn't get it. I didn't even know what I was looking at, to be honest, when we started like doing certain things, and even like getting an idea of what my daughter would actually be doing. And now it's crazy to see her doing nuggets at Aerobest. I mean, we had privates this week, Ruby and Izzy, and I mean, your daughter has progressed on and is now working on a front walkover.
She has the front walk.
And she has the front walkover. And she was gonna quit.
She was gonna. Yeah, she's gonna quit.
I mean, it's just crazy. From there, I gotta ask you, David, as you got in, you dove in, when do you feel you went from a supportive dad to Everly, and you're here, you're showing up, to an informed dad and like 100% invested in this? Do you remember like when that kind of clicked, or was it you walked in and out?
Honestly, there's like a specific moment because the coaches asked for that video of their dances.
Yeah.
So we had to record a video of their dances to the count. And Everly knew the dance, but she didn't know the actual counts of what to do. She could just go through the dance to the music, but didn't know her counts. And so I had to learn the dance to her count and literally show her the entire dance, like to the count, like with her, walk through it. And we did that for it was like 2.5 hours. We spent a ton of time on it. And so at that point forward, I knew the dance like up and down. And there was I had to understand the count, so it just helped with the whole rest of it. So from that point forward, I felt like I was just much more invested and able to watch and know what to expect was coming next, so I knew the routine.
I had to ask you, why did you not have Janae do that, what led to you saying, oh, I'm going to step in and I'm going to do that video with you. I'm going to learn to dance versus obviously everybody says moms are so invested.
Yeah, so we started it, and I think they were, honestly, one of the things that was hard is because the video that we had, it was like the opposite. So she's like watching me in the front, and Mia was doing the dance for the opposite side. So she was moving the opposite way that Everly needed to move. And they just like together were just moving in every which direction. And so I like sat down. I was like, I need to watch this and figure out exactly what it looks like. And Janae kind of takes the lead with my daughter with dance. That's what she knows. She does all the practices of that. She knows 6 routines and she could do them all and knows all of it because you practice them. So it was just one more thing that I could help take off her plate so she didn't have to do one more thing with her. And just another way for us to get involved and engage with it.
And now look at you. And now you're in it.
Yeah, we're in
You
it.
might as well be on Team
We're
Rain.
deep. We're deep.
I hear you're trying out for to be a bass.
No, that was not me. I knew that was not for me. It was not going to happen.
I like that letter that Tom got.
Yeah.
Oh.
Straight up like, no. But not really.
We
Like,
regret to inform you.
it was like, how nice can I say, oh, heck no.
For those that don't
Explained it
know,
well.
yeah, for those that don't know, I was very eager about trying out Team Rain. Our adult team needed a bass. I was in. I got all up in my head about Shaq's daddy stunt class. As David said, I had some stunting experience now, bass experience. But no, our gym owners were very nice and very coachable in saying, absolutely not, Tom. That is not for you. I need somebody who is a level 6 elite. That is not you, my friend.
It's mid comp season. They're looking for someone who can just jump in and seamlessly knock it out. And yeah.
What about for you, Jeff? When did you feel in this season? Because to set the stage with you, right? Like, you and I came in, we didn't even talk to each other at first.
No.
You would have some headphones in. You were kind of chilling out. You were
watching
there.
sports, man.
Yeah, you were present, but not invested.
Right.
When did it pivot for you, or do you recall that moment where you were like, I'm informed, I'm here, I'm not going to kind of just
I
be
don't know.
present?
I think it always was. I knew I was going to be into it, and I knew I was going to be present. And it's because I love sports, and
Yeah.
I wanted to support Ruby, and that's something that she wanted to do, so I was going to support her. So I knew I was going to be in it, but I just kind of didn't want to be that loud, crazy guy for everybody like I usually am.
Yeah,
So I was like,
into it.
you know what? I'm going to put some headphones in so I can't be that loud, crazy guy, because some of these moms look pretty intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some of these moms look like, oh, my daughter's, one of her hairs is out of, I got to go. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be that super loud guy right off the get and just burn bridges with everybody right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll let you do that, Tom.
That was me. Yeah, I busted in. So when did you, okay, so you say that, when did it shift? When did you get loud and say, I can kind of, I'm here, I'm accepted, I can kind of jump out, I can be me now for my daughter? What shifted in that? Was it me?
Well, I mean, it partially, yeah, it was. You know, you were talking to David, talked to you, found out, like, hey, we all had a lot in common. And then the upstairs crew, man. Everybody was cool. Everybody was chill. Everybody was relaxed. Nobody up there takes it super serious. We just want to have fun and we want to support our kids. So I was like, now it's on.
Now it's on.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Yes.
And now look at us. All right. I think for myself, if I reflect, right, I've shown up for my kids always, because I didn't have that growing up.
Mhm.
So I really have always tried to be. There is no reason I can't lean into my kids' stuff. I know work. I know stuff. I mean, you guys remember? I brought my laptop for the first 2 months. I'd chill at the table. I was like, yep, I'm going to do work, but I'm here. I
feel
am.
like that was for show, though, Tom.
Oh.
I feel like I've watched you on your laptop, do this. And then you go and watch your kid. I feel like it was just for show.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to show up and look like a working dad.
It's also that you probably feel like you should be working, right? Like I'm just sitting here for an hour and a half. I know, for me, if I'm ever just sitting around and I'm like, I feel like, I should bring my laptop and do email. Let's use something with it. But then it's much harder to do when you get there. You're just like,
My intentions were in the place of I was going to work, and then I have ADHD as this man over here, and
That's why
you
she
said,
let him have one dance. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can learn one.
You can learn
fella,
one.
you can learn one dance.
get one
you got
dance.
this. You got this.
and so yeah, and then we all really did start talking and communicating, and then it was like, man, I ain't gonna get nothing done. And then I got way too invested, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, you guys are cool that we're being loud up here? Like the coaches were leaning in and being like, yes, cheer them on, do something. And I was like, oh, it's on. Thunderdome, it is. Like, we in it. So yeah, I think that's what changed for me is the camaraderie within the parents. Because you're up there by yourself. And for a lot of you chair parents that are going to practices, talk to one another, right? Like, have some conversations, break the ice a little bit. Because now we're 7 months in, and other parents are approaching now. They're coming upstairs to talk to us. And not only are the girls building friendships, but I don't know about you guys, I'm stuck with you now. Like,
I'm happy our daughters like each other, because that would have been real awkward.
It would be really awkward.
I'm not ready for the teenage years where they're like, well, you know, so-and-so did this today, or she dropped me. You can't do a podcast with her dad tonight. Oh, okay. Because
we're going to anyway.
And we're going to talk about it. But yeah, you know, you're stuck with these cheer you know, you're in this community. You're going to go through stages and levels together, bond just as much as the girls are, right? And the athletes are, because that then shows them too, right? We've done a lot of outside play dates, and I think it allowed our girls to continue to trust each other, build.
It's teamwork, right?
I mean, in sports, did you not hang out with the football guys?
All the time. That's all I hung out with.
Right? You were with your guys all the time, right?
Yeah.
100%. If we did another sport, like with the other football guys. Yeah. We were together on the team.
I mean, once you got to high school, you were on that team for 4 years. Those were your dudes.
Holding hands, we're together forever with you. Yeah, down the hall, you know what I mean? Like doing it right.
And having, you know, getting together.
Different experience in mind, but all teams are different. We did that, but somewhat similar.
Your team wasn't close then, Dave.
Oh, you weren't close, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was your record? 0-12?
Yeah.
Just
I don't remember. We made the playoffs. That's all I remember. We made the playoffs.
There you go. So when we talk about shifting from a present dad to now invested dad, do you guys now see or believe in there being a difference between a dad being there and being engaged? Like, you could be there, but now do you see the difference in what it's done for the girls of the team by now being engaged?
I do. I mean, I like I said, even we talked about privates. Like, if you're not engaged, you wouldn't even realize that there was a need for that, right? Like, I'm able to identify, hey, this is an area to focus on for Everly and things like that in practice, where like the coaches are to focus on 22 girls. I'm focused on Everly. So they might pick a little things up here and there. But for us, it's like after practice the next day, it's like that. We can be like, hey, here's what you should work on. And I try not to, you know, I don't want her to get out of practice and we have a list of, you know, here's all the things you did wrong type thing. So I try not to do that, but just be able to give that insight and be able to help direct what she wants to practice cheer and be like, don't just goof around, like maybe work on this type thing. I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't engaged, invested.
Yeah. And do you feel that's had an impact, or you've seen that shift in Everly being able to come to her dad and connect with him and say, you know, this is what I'm working on, or Dad, what'd you think of see it? Like, is that cool for you, or you feel that's bringing an impact to her?
Yeah, I mean, after practice, she'll say very similarly, like, Dad, did you see this? Some of the things we worked on, she'll ask me like, hey, did you see that? Or especially with the coach, we'll like say, hey, and give her a compliment on whatever it was we were working on. Immediately, her eyes are looking up at me, you know, making sure she knows, hey, did you hear what you just said? So I feel a lot more of that, like, it's almost engaged during practice as well. Like like she sees and she knows what's going on, so she's looking up to see if you're watching and paying attention, and it adds a lot. Yeah.
Jeff, do you feel like being engaged as much as you are with Ruby, how does that make you feel with the relationship you're building with her and the example you're showing? Is it cool for you? Are you excited that you're invested with her like this? Do you see a difference in you showing up like that for her?
So that's the difference between a present dad and an engaged dad. And you could tell at the beginning of the year, none of our daughters, no daughter anywhere would look at their dad and go, teach me this cheer move, Dad. Mm-hmm. There's no way. They're going to look at their mom, you know what I mean, and say, hey, Mom, how do I do this cartwheel? But now that we've been engaged, you know what I mean? Now that as a dad, I'm there, I'm watching it, I'm learning it with her, you know what I mean? We did the stunt class with her, right?
Yeah.
So now when you tell her to do something, she's like, well, he knows what he's talking about. He's been there just like I've been there. He's been engaged. So that's the difference, is now she's willing to listen to me. Where before, if I was just up there on my cell phone watching playing video games, or, you know, watching the Bears lose, it would, she wouldn't have that respect.
Yeah.
She would respect me as her dad, but at the end, she's not going to respect me to know her sport. Where now that she sees we're doing this, right? We're talking to coaches. We're talking to people who do scores, judges, gym owners. You know what I mean? She's like, oh man, maybe my dad knows what he's talking about now, and she wants to listen.
Yeah.
So that to me is the difference between being an engaged dad and then the dad just shows up.
Yeah.
You know, your kid's gonna respect the fact that you are wanting to know their sport.
I think it elevates them.
It does. It elevates it big time. Look at football. Look at dads whose sons are in football. Name one dad whose son is in football that doesn't know everything about football. Isn't out there yelling at the referees. Isn't out there yelling at the coach. You know what I mean? But then you see the dads here with their daughters, and they don't do the same thing, which I don't understand. You know what I mean? They don't get as engaged as we do. I wanted to learn everything about this sport because I guess I'm just that competitive. And I care that much about my daughter and
Her passions, her joys. If you'll scream at a football game for your son, you can clap at a cheer comp for your daughter. I really don't understand it because...
But clapping and knowing what's going on in the competition are two different things.
That's very different, right? Because, you know, you want to know what's going on. Like I had a private with Izzy this week, and we both had an epiphany in it. So Carly was helping her on her nugget and her aerobest.
Yeah.
Comes out after private, and she's like, hey, and walks me through, and both Izzy and I look at each other and we're like, oh. So when she does her aerobest, for those that are working on it, because you have to turn your head out to the crowd as you do your aerobest, she's turning her hips at the wall,
Can you show us an aerobest? I would love to see Tom do an aerobest.
I mean, listen, y'all.
Team Rain, you need to be watching right now because this could be your guy.
They do the count,
Let's
and
see it.
she comes up and she is doing like this, and the hips are out this way, where she needs to be doing this. But because she's turning her head, she's turning her whole body. And so by learning that this week, we've been working on it. And so I like that because it even clicks for me, right? And I'm like, oh, I can help you now. And so we're kind of going through the training together, and I'm able to help her elevate. And so I think it's really cool being engaged, being there, because I would be there for my son. I've been to his basketball. I'd take him outside and we were working on drills, you know, and doing different things to make him better. I just don't see how you can't do that for your daughter.
Yeah, but even if your daughter played football,
I'm there.
Be there for, you know, but I feel like any dad, if your daughter played a sport that you like, you'd be all about it.
All about it.
So, you know what I mean? Just because they're in a sport that might be your cup of tea, you should still be all about it.
Yeah, you just gotta lean in.
Every dad on blast right now. Every cheer dad on blast. You need to be about the sport. You need to. Show your kids that you care, man.
Yep, just like you would with anything else, any other sport.
Yeah, you don't go complaining about football being like, man, I got to buy cleats. Oh, I'm just the Uber and the wallet. I don't hear all of that negative context. No. But then we come to the cheer world and it's like everything is about dads just being so disengaged, you know, showing up on comp days, you know. But David, you
don't put us in a box.
Well, honestly, like that's kind of the issue is like I feel like that's also what you're kind of pushed into. We've experienced that time where we like try to do something and it's like, whoa, like you're a cheer dad. Like, no, you're kind of like, this isn't your thing. Like, and you're kind of pushed into that. And I was like, I feel like that's, you know, you look at every t-shirt, it's all about, you know, every meme is dad's the ATM or, you know, oh, we forgot our wallet. And the girl and the mom go back into the couch. They bring out dad because he's the wallet. Like, so I think that just, I feel like the sport, unfortunately, also just plays into it. And you really have to, like, you're not just fighting, like, your own, like, instincts of, like, I want to lean into it. But it's like you're fighting the whole
community
culture in some way of being a dad who's different.
I have noticed that, right, is we're trying to do something unique here and really cool to be involved. But it's almost also getting the community to lean in with that, too.
Yeah.
But what I have found... What I have seen, and you guys have felt this too, they want the dads there. I think they've embraced it, you know, and a lot of people are like, no, we want the dads in here. We want you guys getting people to show, you know, come through. So it is interesting, but yet you have the other side where it's like, it's always been mom and daughter. Yeah. Cheer has always been the mom and daughter thing. So a lot of moms are like, yo, dads, back off. You've got your son over here, you've got that. But then I see the moms who are showing up for the football.
Yeah.
Like, they'll show up for the football games and they're involved and the dads aren't like, hey, yo, this is me and the boys thing. Get out of here. We embrace it. We want the girls there.
Yep.
So I don't see, you know, the vibes, kind of how that goes. So it is interesting. I think we did feel out of place early on, even though we were present and we were it was kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
Whoa, what are you guys doing? You're shouting up top. You're all excited. You're at every practice. Because I know the coaches give us some looks like, do you guys like have jobs?
Yeah.
Do you do anything?
You're being a little too loud up there.
Yeah. We get shushed.
We're just excited.
We just love it. We're invested with our kids and we're having a good time. And so you don't have to know everything, I think, about cheer, but I think what's allowed us to be so engaged is we want to learn something.
Yeah.
And David, you've become a big fan of learning the sport.
Yes, he has.
Jeff, you've even gotten a little bit in knowing, you know, F&T is not farts and toots. It's formations and transitions. And, you know, you've learned those things. And we're not judging anybody, right? We want to invite dads in. We want them coming on the pod with us. We want to let dads know we can make a lane in this community and they're going to embrace it and we can show up. But you have to learn something. You have to kind of step in, and part of leaning in is understanding the sport. So I kind of want to talk with you, David, and introduce us to a new segment, the Dad Education Corner.
Yes.
Really want to help the dads out there. We've had a couple dads come up from prior episodes and say, hey, I love how you guys got into scoring. I didn't know that. Like, they've appreciated learning about the behind the scenes of coaches. Yeah. So, you know, 7 months ago, we didn't even know what a toe touch was. I didn't know what a back walk, I couldn't even say what it was called.
Now you're up there saying Arabesque.
Yeah, Arabesque.
He's doing an Arabesque. Team Rain, he's doing an Arabesque, just saying.
My audition tape.
Good.
Hey, that was my audition tape. It was almost a swan-like Jeff's. I'm working on it. But we didn't know what that stuff was, and now we're in it, right? And so, David, I kind of want you to get dangerous here with us a little bit, because you've taken that, I got to connect with the sport. I got to know.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, what led to that, and what's kind of connecting with you to get so invested in the scoring part of this?
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I'm going to be involved and enjoy a sport, I have to understand what's going on, right? I can't just go to. That's why I'm not a big fan of soccer. I don't understand how soccer works. I'll be honest. I don't even know. I couldn't even explain what the offsides means. I don't know what icing means in hockey. And so, you know, there's a limit of how much I can enjoy those things, and I'm okay with that because I don't watch them very often, so I don't dive into. But when it was my daughter's sport, I was like, I can't just sit here and not know what's going on. Like I want to know. I want to know how the sport works, and the scoring is probably like the most complicated part where a lot of people just don't get it. And don't understand it. Even coaches who are coaching in the league don't necessarily understand it. It's just something I wanted to dive into.
Have you found out like what actually makes up the scoring? Do you know the categories or at the level of kind of what they're, you know, for the dads out there that are going to go into their first comp or thinking about putting their daughter in next year, like what they should be looking for while their daughter's performing on the mat? What the major groups are?
I mean, the major groups are going to be obviously your pyramid, and you have like your tumbling is another big part of it. And all of them are based off of, you have two categories, right? You got your difficulty, and then you have your execution of those things. And so usually the whole score is made up. You got all these different categories that makes up your raw score, and then you have your deductions. Those are things like falls, illegal moves, stepping out of bounds, things like that. They deduct points from it to give you your total score, which is always rounded. They basically take it out of 100. They make it like a percentage of your max. So that's how it's. But as far as the categories, farts and toots is not one of them.
No, I wish it was.
Yeah, formations and transitions, that's a big one. We've struggled with that one in the past and done much better on it recently. But I'm going to petition for farts and toots, though. I think that should be a category, a thermal camera up top, deductions.
You see some judge up there with a thermal camera like this?
His hand just goes up every time he sees one. Red card.
Now I
don't know what red card means. See, I can't tell you what that means.
I did not know red and yellow card in soccer. I
just seen him do it.
I didn't know they do it. Now, in that, there was one moment where when you started seeing the comp and you started seeing scores come out, you actually were shocked because, tell me, why does they hit 0 not automatically mean first? For the dads that are hearing this, or their daughters come home and they're like, Dad, we hit 0, but we got third.
Yeah.
To a dad that might be listening, what's that mean for them?
Yeah, so like I said, your total score is your raw score minus your deductions. So hit 0 means you have 0 deductions.
So it's not a perfect score.
It's not a perfect score because you may not have done well so if you did a really, really easy routine, you could have executed it well, but your difficulty level was super low. and then you had no deductions, somebody else who tried, did some really difficult skills and stuff like that and had one deduction could still beat you. Like I said, this last one, we almost beat the team behind us. In the first comp, if we had deductions, we still would have beat the team behind us. So hitting 0 is big. It's hard to win without hitting 0, especially in our age group. But hitting 0 does not mean you're going to win, because obviously other teams can hit 0 as well.
Right. Well, and you look at the elite, like Team Rain and stuff, we had Shaq on, right? And they've not hit 0 because of the level of difficulty. Yeah. I mean, we had one group at Seattle
hit like
or Vegas, 8 and 11. Yeah. 8 and 11 deductions, y'all. We're used to the prep where you got 1.25. We thought that was shattering.
And it was.
And it was.
It was. I mean, 1.25 could be the difference between, first and going down to the 5th. I mean, so it just depends how many teams are there.
It's crazy. I really was confused about the hit 0, but for those, it just means they had a clean routine. Yeah. That's it. Not perfect, not anything. It just means you had a clean routine and you didn't suffer any deductions or reductions.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, you could get reductions.
Okay.
Hit 0 just means 0 deductions.
What is a reduction and a deduction? So
reduction is like, like I said, like pyramid, right? You're going to get a difficulty score. Your difficulty is how hard is the what you're trying to do, you're attempting to perform, how hard is that? And then you have the execution score, which is how well did you do it? And if you do it horribly, then you won't even actually get those difficulty points because they can't even tell what it was you were trying to do. So you have to execute it at least enough they can see this is what they're trying to do. But your reduction basically means is you didn't execute it very well. So you're reducing your points versus a deduction that comes off after the fact.
Is there something you could reflect on where you, I guess, misunderstood early on, like after the first score sheet? Because we all got them separately, right? We didn't know scoring as far, because you go to comp, you find out the place you got, but you don't find out later in the day, like the actual score.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the actual score later, and then you get the detailed score sheet, usually comes out like the day after. The coaches will also get actual comments from the coaches, but we just see this detailed score sheet. So something I didn't understand that we saw.
Yeah, like that you misunderstood or were like thinking.
Well, farts and toots. I didn't understand that at first for sure. The F and T's.
Was there another one or anything else where you were like, wait, I thought my daughter did
honestly, the execution difficulty thing is I did not understand that at all. We got the score sheet and there was 2 scores for some of the columns and some scores only had 1. And I didn't understand that at all. I was like, I thought maybe it was like 3 out of 4. And then just kept, it wasn't consistent. So that was something I had to learn right off the bat. It was the first thing that I was like, this doesn't make any sense. The scoring doesn't
make sense. Make the math make sense, man. Math ain't mathing. Did you have anything, Jeff, where you were just like, I don't understand?
I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on as far as scores, man. So everything that I've learned with scores is what you've taught me, David. Period. Like,
or Gabby's videos.
Yeah.
Gabby's videos.
Right, Gabby's videos are what you taught me. And so I still, I just lean on you.
No.
David, what do we do wrong? Well, Jeff, if you open this up, and he puts his. Well, Jeff, if you
the bookworm
it's the accountant in me. It is.
You're the bookworm from like
I like
Beauty
to
and
know
the
the
Beast.
numbers, yeah.
When they went in the book, and he that one cartoon where he's like a little bookworm. I forget what it is. Random tangent. Do you feel, Jeff, like you should know scoring, or scoring has made an impact on being connected to sport, or are you more like, if I'm a cheer dad and I'm in it, don't actually get into the scoring? Would you say you're for getting into scoring as a cheer dad, or like, no, don't get into it?
I'm for getting into scoring as a cheer dad, but if you don't get into scoring, I don't feel like that makes you less of a cheer dad.
No.
By any means. I mean, unfortunately, I'm so competitive that if they lose or something happens, I want to know exactly why they lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily need to know like every little single 0.02 that they lost.
Yep.
I'd want to know, hey, we didn't get the farts, or we had too many farts, not enough toots.
Yeah.
Like I want to know why we
get
lost.
those toots
So I think any competitive person wants to know why they lost.
Yeah.
So I would say you're kind of forced into scoring, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of forced into it.
Well, that's why I took the deep dive, is after we lost that second one. The first one was like, I kind of looked at it, we were kind of talking about the scores, but
we didn't care. They won first.
And then we lost. So I was like, I want to find out why we lost. Like, what do these numbers actually mean? Like, where's our weakness and what do we need to do? And, but I I don't think you need to know all of it. I think you need to know, okay, yeah, if someone follows, like why that hurts you. You know, if you see that it's messy or the lineman and stuff like that, those are the kind of things that you're like should know enough about scoring to know that those things matter. But to know like, oh, that's 1 point off or this that, I don't think you need to know that as a parent.
Does it come into factor with like Everly? Like the fact that you know the scoring? Have you had this conversation with Everly at all? Or is this more like for just the cheer dad side of things for you? Or is it like, no, me and Everly are also, it's cool that we could talk about the scoring and I can help her?
I think a little bit. I helped her understand like what the deduction was and you know those kind of things. But no, I mean she's definitely like she knows. I mean the coaches talk to her about it. They walk through the comments and stuff afterwards and when they need points and stuff. But I mean it's if it's difficult math for us, it's difficult math for them. Like she doesn't understand percentages, all those things were. So I mean I think she thinks it's cool, but I don't think I think a lot of it's just over her head. And I don't want her to overthink things as well. Go out there, perform, and he'll take care of it.
How many of these elite cheerleading athletes, we've talked to Coen, we've talked to Carly, we've talked to Shaq, how many of them were like, oh, I know exactly what scoring is? They haven't. They're like, we actually listened to David because it's like interesting to listen to the scores.
Yeah.
They're excited about Gabby because of that.
And
they also
these are elite athletes in this, and they don't all know about the score. So that's why I don't really think knowing the scores is going to make you a better or worse cheer dad.
And I think that right there is why some dads do lean out.
Yeah.
Because it feels complicated. It really does. It's a lot. And to your point, is it going to make or break how I can show up for my daughter? Probably not. It just helps you lean in.
And I would argue that a lot of the cheer moms who are super involved also don't understand the score.
No.
I mean, I don't. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's kind of the eye test, right? Like we see it and like we feel like it went great. Like that's last comp. Like none of us saw the fall. Like we all thought this went great. Like we just
I thought we won the whole thing.
Yeah. And so and that's even knowing scoring. So I mean it's not gonna like I said, what you don't want to do is learn so much about it that it takes up away from you experiencing the girls. And you're like nitpicking every little thing throughout the routine. I think that's where you get this.
Some dads can go extreme.
Yeah.
They really can. They're like, hey, you didn't do that. Like they get aggressive and it's like, dude, there's a fine line.
Yeah.
But you know what? Next week we do have Gabby on, so everybody get ready for that. That's going to be coming out March 12th. So very, very excited. We're appreciative of Gabby even giving us that time, but David's bringing the spreadsheets. David's ready.
Oh no, I'm excited. I'm actually excited for you and Gabby to cook, man. Like I feel like I just need to sit back like this on this one and be like, I'm gonna relax.
I'm excited. Like I said, I feel like I'm at like, scoring 101, like intro, in the intro class. I'm just hoping that Gabby will just get me to that 201 class so I can level up here a little bit.
Advanced cheer math.
Yes, advanced cheer math. Yeah.
The education is great, but also so is the fun, right? And I think if it's not for scoring or looking at the fundamentals of the routine, they got coaches for that, right?
Yeah.
Like Shaq said, listen to the coaches, let them lean in. They know what they're doing. But we can have fun in other ways. And I just want to touch on it on a small level. But we did do the daddy-daughter stunt class, right?
That was awesome, yeah.
For the ones that listened to that with Shaq, right? He was our coach for it. I kind of wanted to talk solo, just the three of us, about it because it was amazing. And I highly recommend David, dads to do it. What, Jeff, did you learn? So you went into it. What's your big lesson to the cheer dads out there that might be skeptical about doing a daddy daughter? They maybe seen it on their Instagram. They're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You did it.
Yeah.
You didn't think. You just did.
I didn't think. I just did. Yeah.
What did you learn?
You learn a lot. Yeah. You learn a lot. I mean, I already knew this was a sport. I know that I initially came into it as haterade and thought it was just cheerleading. You know what I mean? But then after being here for a while, I knew that it was a sport. But then when I did it, I was like, and I'm like sweating and everything hurts. You know what I mean? The thighs hurt. The thighs are burning. They're having me throw my daughter up and catch her like this, and I gotta catch her like this. And David's like, bro, it's just like a power clean. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's just, you learn that this is truly a sport. It is truly a sport.
It is a sport.
Yeah.
Did you, Jeff or David, do you respect bases more now after being one?
Oh, 100%. I text Shaq before I even left the parking lot. Just told him mad respect. I mean, I was like, it's not even just like the strength. It's also like that you have the explosiveness to like generate that momentum the entire way through all the motions. Because at any point in time it slows down at all, it's not going to happen. And that it takes a lot of skill to be able to do that for sure.
I got to apologize on. I thought like 2.5 minute routine. I was like, come on, like it's 2.5 minutes. That is the most aggressive 2.5 minutes because I was doing just a few little base things here and there. We were there for 2 hours, mind you, of practice, and our girls practice every night for an hour and a half. And I'm like, y'all, it's 2.5 minutes.
I was gassed, man.
I was gassed. I was like, this is a full thing. You were doing 6 sports in one. So shout out to the bases because I thought flyers were the cool thing. Hey, flying, like everybody wants to be a flyer. I got respect for the base. You can't fly without a base.
You can't, man.
All about the base.
Well, and there's not many sports where you go full out for 2 minutes straight.
No.
I mean, every sport I ever played, that was never it. I mean,
Lauren was just telling us on hockey, right? Even with the Olympics, they change lines if you go over 45 seconds on the ice, that's almost actually too long.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah.
It's too long. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
So every 45 seconds
that's
you're just
what
swapped out.
I mean, a football play, like a long football play takes, 10, 15 seconds?
Yeah, you stop.
Like,
You
you walk back, and you get a 30 to 45 second break between plays. I mean, they're always doing these, different breaks between, someone scores or turnover and stuff like that. You get longer breaks. I mean, like I said, it's just different. It's a full on out sprint versus, these long marathon like most sports are. So.
And it is a sprint. Our girls haul booty. They haul booty between the moves. They're like, running to the back or their spot. And I'm like, whew.
Yeah, everybody's constantly going from here to here, all the way back to here, then all the way back over here. And that took a lot of getting used to for her, for sure.
Would you do the class again?
100%. I would do the class every week. I
Yep.
would. My body won't do the class. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I would definitely do the class every week. It is amazing.
I seeing my daughter trust me and to be able to live in the moment with her of what she has to do, and I mean, throwing her up and flipping to I don't know. Me and David talked about it like during the class. We knew throw them up in the air, 5, count them up, throw them up. But when it came time to flip and let go and then catch their feet in our hands, we knew to do it in our heads.
Yeah.
But me and you were stuck.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
My instinct was, you throw up, and as she's going up, my hands, her legs kind of goes here, and then I'm grabbing onto her calves or her ankles before her feet even get there, and I'm like stopping her from going up further. And,
Shaq was like, you need to throw her above your head. I said, oh no, dude. He was like, yeah, her feet need to be, like, you need to be staring at her. I was like, oh, absolutely not. And I was grabbing too early.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would do it again. I would love to continue to build that relationship with my daughter. I think it brought a lot of trust for the kids. I mean, Everly and Izzy cried. Yeah. And then they were able to really be resilient and be the pride and joy of your photo. I mean, you better frame that. That's like Rocky going up the top of the stairs.
I was so happy we got that photo because
that photo's pretty elite.
Good. Yeah, I was happy. Everly's shown it to absolutely everybody who walks by. She got one. Dad, can you see your phone so I can show them the photo? So I mean, she absolutely loved it.
I love
Huge
that.
for her confidence.
I love that. Jeff, should more dads talk to the people? Should more dads try the Daddy Stunt class if it comes across their radar?
100%, man. It gives you all the respect for the sport.
What if they're scared?
Don't
what
be
if they
scared.
just
There's
don't
no
think?
reason to be scared. There's no reason. Nobody in there, with the exception of the dude who was like throwing his daughter with one hand. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? You got to show us. And then he doesn't stop doing it, right? And I'm like, come on.
I appreciate Shaq saying we were all yoked. That guy was actually yoked.
Okay.
It's like boulders for shoulders.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
He put me to shit. I was like, dang, dude, now I'm really like, don't want to be here.
That was one of them, right? We had a pretty good spectrum of where.
We all could have been in a lineup and been on a chart from like the sizes. Yeah. Don't say it, Jack. You know what?
I'm just saying, some people's daughters were a little bit less than other people's daughters.
This is true.
I don't want to point fingers, Tom. But, yeah. No, but nobody in there had experience.
There was no ego.
No.
There was no reason to have ego because none of us had experience. None of us knew what the heck we were doing. You know what I mean? You could pretend like you knew what you were doing, but you didn't. So there's no reason to show up scared or anything like that. Just show up.
And those are the cheer dads you want to be around. Like you want to meet some cheer dads that you want to be around that are leaning into, like go to stuff like that.
Everybody there was cool too, man. We were all talking to each other, like hyping each other up. Everybody was clapping for each other's daughters. Like there was zero egos, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I agree. You don't realize how much trust it takes in the sport that our daughters are doing, and all of this until they're standing on your hands and you're doing it. Which I thought was crazy. So yeah, do the daddy-daughter class. I think it was fun. But Jeff, it is that time.
Oh boy,
I hope you are ready.
Here we go.
I hope you are all
Stretch real
ready.
quick.
Jeff has went viral a couple of times because of these hot takes. There are no safe answers. I want quick reactions from you.
I'm gonna upset some people in this one, Tom. Like we're gonna get some messages, some hate mails about ready to fly through because I'm gonna burn some people.
If you're mad at Jeff, comment below. Bring it to Jeff. Me and David are not associated in what's about to happen.
Seriously,
We're embedded in here. I'm gonna come over here.
He has his own opinions of his own.
I'm not even
Represent
up here. I'm not even
the opinions of the podcast.
Now I may change my opinion. So
There's the disclosure.
So here it is. We got some spicy ones. I'm very excited. So Jeff's hot takes coming at you. Jeff, pulling kids from school for Friday comps. David said he was doing it. Elite parenting or doing too much?
Bro, that is elite parenting. You want your kids in sports. School's not important. All right? Sports is important. Pull them out. Okay, they can learn math tomorrow. Today, they're learning sports, and they're going to be elite, and they're going to go to college for sports. Thank you very much. Case closed. Elite.
There's this thing going around about gym hopping every season. People move around. Is that a smart move? Or is that no loyalty in the game?
There's no loyalty. If you're not staying with the gym, you have zero loyalty.
Dang. So you all USA all day.
USA all day.
All right. Now this one's juicy. Gabby's going to have something to say about this one.
Here we go.
Parents yelling at judges. Ever justified?
It's 100% justified. And if you're going to be a judge, you're coming into a sport. Same thing if you're going to be a referee. If you come and you're going to ref, judge, you're going to get yelled at. Deal with it. You're dealing with hyper-competitive people, and you're wrong. We're right. That's the way it is. Sorry.
Posting every single routine on social media. You know, all the moms are every day. Same stuff. Is it necessary or cringe?
We've had enough. We've had enough of your child doing the same walker 4 or 5 times. We get it. They can do a walker. You know, right here, just for you. Okay, enough. We're done. Stop posting.
Cringe.
Post something else. What's the new Spider-Man movie looking like? We need to know. Not your daughter's walkover. Thank you very much.
This one I think is going to be good for you. Crying at comps. Strength or soft?
So that's a tough one for me because when I saw oof.
Bring us a spicy take. Come on, give us the real answer. It's okay. It's all right. You see him crying. You see him coming off. Is that strength or is that soft?
If you have dirt in your eye, it's strength. You know what I mean? So if you can justify and you know the eagles behind the horse jumping over the log and you have some dirt in your eye, there's strength involved there. But if you're crying, you're soft. Facts. Sorry, you're soft.
Dang. Dads who never learned scoring. Lazy or just overwhelmed?
Lazy. Learn some scoring, man. Look at my man David. You think he does math on a daily basis? No. And he learned scoring, so stop being lazy. Get in there and learn something about your child's sport.
Bam. If your kid wants to quit mid-season, you let them?
I mean, you've seen the bill.
Yeah.
We ain't quitting nothing. No. Nothing. Put your shoes on. We going to practice. We're not quitting nothing. We don't quit in this household.
Jeff, don't raise no quitters.
No quitters.
All right, last one. Comp glam squads at 5 a.m. Is that dedication or is that insanity?
It's insanity, man. It's insanity. As the CFO and chief fun officer of my family, that is insanity.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
It's not fun for anyone.
It's not fun for anyone.
If you're mad at Jeff, comment below. Those are his spicy takes. We'll bring them every week. If you have one that you'd like to ask him, feel free to share it, send it our way. We'll bring them to him, but appreciate you, Jeff, keeping it spicy.
I got you, man. I cried at that comp when I saw Ruby do it first time, so I'm soft. I'll take it.
Oh, the big soft there.
Big softy.
Big softy. He's crying. I like it. Well, let's bring it home. We've got Aloha next weekend. I'd like to know, David, what are you saying to your daughter before she steps on the mat? It's comp day. She's walking in. You got the speech prepared, and what are you delivering?
Just trust yourself. You've done the work. You put in the time. You just got to trust it. Just go out there and just do what you know you can do. That's what I tell her every time. As long as you put the work in, then you got nothing to worry about when you get on the mat.
All right. Ruby's coming to you. You're walking on the mat, comp. Aloha. Here we are, third comp. What's the speech you giving Rubes?
Do what you know you can do. You know what I mean? You've been practicing this long enough. You know what you can do. Do what you know you can do, and you'll be fine. Yep.
I'll be the soft parent. I'm just gonna tell her to just go have fun.
Soft to tough.
just go have fun out there. Don't worry about it. No, I think it's exactly what you two said. I'm gonna tell Izzy to lock in, enjoy it. You know what you got to do. Worry about what you need to do. Slow down on the count. She's having a hard time, and she's gotten so good at the routine that she's moving ahead. She's forcing the butt dump too early. She's doing certain things, and just trying to tell her, use your count. The count is important.
Yep.
By the way, on that, do you know the count yet? No. Do you know the count yet?
Well, it seems like it changes.
Oh, come on.
It does.
Does not.
It does
They
change.
say, I mean, the gap between, like, the pace of the count definitely changes. We hit the dance, all of a sudden, they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, this is so much faster. But yeah, I don't know the count for the entire routine. For the dance, I feel like I know most of the moves. I'm pretty sure I could do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're down.
Please.
We know the music.
Oh.
I could pull the music up.
You would say all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the track if you
mean,
want
he
it.
did
you
the
know?
aerobatics,
I did the
just saying.
aerobatics.
It's a little different.
Step up to the
Hey.
plate.
It's a little different.
Step up to the plate.
All right. So what matters more at this one, placement or performance? Do you care about them placing, or do you care about the overall performance, Jeff?
Both. I'm sorry, but I care about both. I want number one, best any competition I'm going into, and as an extension of me, I want her to get first place.
Okay.
And I want the performance to be amazing. So to get first place, the performance has to be amazing, and I know these girls can do it. They've been busting their butts. I know they can do it.
Yeah.
I know they can get first place. And
Yeah.
I'm behind them. Let's go.
Jeff, what do you think? David, what do you see being a success for Comp 3? If we're walking out of Comp 3, Friday night, awards, all that good stuff, what is the success for you as we for you and Everly as you guys walk into Comp 3?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly winning. I mean, I really do. I mean, I think that's what it is. It's like, the performance matters for sure. Like I said that last week, and I was still, it mattered that we did better than we did the week before. I think that's part of it. I want to see them do better this comp than they did in the other comp, both in their raw score and the deductions. Like, do better. But yeah, I mean, placement matters. That's, to me, I feel like anything less than first place, especially because we're probably going against the same teams we've gone against before. Like I said, just sets us up for the regionals.
I'm going to switch it up. I think success this time, I want to see the girls do the routine. I'm excited for our fill-in. She's got some more practices under the belt. The team's got some camaraderie. I think we've bounced back. I don't think we've even talked about they just moved on, which I also respect.
They did.
I think we've talked more about the fall than they have.
Yeah, but it really wasn't her fault.
No, I mean as a group.
As a group, it wasn't anybody's fault. I think it just one count went up. The girl practiced with us for 4 times. It shouldn't be put on her. The coaches, our coaches, shout out Carla Mia and Cohen, are smart enough to know that don't put all that pressure on the girl, and let her know that thank you for coming, thank you for helping us. You did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hold your head up, and this next competition, let's get it. And if you've been watching her, she stays down for the count, man.
Yeah.
And she now she's in it, and I'm just really proud of her.
Yeah.
And I think right there, right? I think the success for us in this comp and for dads going into comp these upcoming weekends is I want the girls to walk off knowing we're proud.
Yeah.
We're proud of them. They're showing up every comp, and they're kicking butt, and they're progressing, and that's a big win. So, if you're a dad listening to this, you feel out of place in this world, please lean in, right? Lean in, learn the counts, ask questions, show up. Your daughter, our daughters are watching how we show up. This is going to set them up for how they look for their partner later in life, right? That standard. We got episode 10 with Shaq now live. Next week, we've got Gabby, the judge, stopping by, breaking down scoring. Aloha recap coming up soon. We're not just cheer dads, we're invested dads. And your daughter will remember how you showed up during comp season.
No cap. Proud.